Well, it seems the updates keep rolling on out for Fooocus. We just got version 2.2 not long ago, and now version 2.3 is out, and it brings even more quality of life updates. And with that, let's get started. In Fooocus, you will open up the Advanced tab and see a brand new selection for your presets. With this, any of the custom presets that you have created, as well as all the other default presets that come with Fooocus, will show up here. Clicking on each one will switch the settings over automatically, and you can easily use them without having to reopen Fooocus. There are a few glitches in the system depending on how you set up your presets, but I will come back to that at the end. Moving down, we will see that there is also a brand new setting in the Performance tab named Lightning. This setting will use the new 4-step Lightning LoRa. With this selected, you will be able to use any regular SDXL model as a Lightning model. Similar to the Extreme Speed, it disables the negative prompt and locks some of the settings in the Advanced tab. If you are someone who uses the Extreme Speed setting, I would suggest giving this one a try. This should not be confused with the Lightning models. Just think of it as a way to use the non-Lightning SDXL checkpoints with the same speed as the full Lightning models. But if your favorite checkpoint does have a Lightning version, it's best to use that instead. The next change is in the Style tab. It has been reformed and cleaned up into 2 columns for a bit of an easier read, much easier than the uneven boxes of the previous version. Okay, let's move on to the Debug menu. In the Debug Tools tab at the bottom, there is a new checkbox for us, the Read Wildcards in Order. Select this preset and now you should get generations in the order of how your wildcards are written. A small note that wildcards are also case sensitive, it seems, so if you have one that is capitalized, it will need to be typed that way. But if it's lowercase, it seems capital or no capital still works, so try to keep them lowercase. Also, support for subdirectories has been added for wildcards. So if you use several wildcards, you can now sort them in different folders. So those are the big changes with this update. Now let's go back to the presets. If you had Lightning preset named Lightning JSON, like I did, it will have been overwritten by the update. So don't be surprised by that. You'll have to redo it and rename it. You can still start from any preset as you did before and then switch on the fly. But a few changes that have happened made some of the presets not work correctly and will need some additional settings. My first custom preset would not load. Let me open that up. The error for me was caused because I bumped up the default number of the LoRa's to 6. But I did not add this line here with the default settings for the 6th LoRa. In the last update it worked without it, but in this one it didn't. So you can either put it back down to 5, or copy and paste in another line here for the default settings for the 6th one. Another thing now is that with switching presets on the fly, if you plan to switch between a Lightning setting and a regular model, you might want to add the default overwrite step of -1 like here into your presets for non-Lightning or turbo models. Switching back to the normal without it left my steps at 4 from the Lightning setting, and I had to manually change it. So any settings that change the defaults, like the steps, will have to be added to your presets in order to change them back. A little annoying, but once it's done, it's done. Another issue is, if you click on a preset, especially one of the defaults that you might never have used before, such as the anime or the realistic, if you don't have that model, it will start to download it immediately. And I don't think you can stop the download, so you will need to let it finish or restart Fooocus. A way around this is you can either delete the file from the preset folder or move it somewhere else for now, just so you don't accidentally click on it and start downloading. I made a subfolder in the presets and put it in there, but if they add subdirectory support here, I will have to move it somewhere else later. If you remove a preset while Fooocus is open, you can just hit the refresh button and it'll be gone. If you are having problems with the defaults not working correctly, there does seem to be a bug happening with the config text where some of my parameters aren't coming through. This might be similar to my extra LoRa dilemma where the settings worked before but now need another parameter to work correctly. Any big bug fixes or changes after this, I will try to add to the pinned comment in case others are having issues too. The last thing is, if you don't like the new presets like this, you can easily disable them by adding this line to any of the run bat files that you use. This way it will remove the new presets entirely and you will have your old UI back again. If I missed anything that should be mentioned, let me know and I'll add it to the pinned comments. Otherwise, that's all I have for you guys. I hope this helped, and with that, we'll see you in the next one.